Welcome back. You are watching JKL, and on the bench tonight is the Football Kenya Federation President Hussein Mohamed, who joins us as the country preps up for the CHAN, which is the Africa Nations Championship, which will be co-hosted by Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. Also, we'll be discussing local football, the domestic problems, talent acquisition, and how that can be propped up just a day after Kenyan football sensation Aldrin Kibet joined Spanish La Liga side Celta Vigo, which then shows the extent of the available pool of talents that Kenya has at its disposal, but what needs to be fixed. Bwana Rais, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ayub, for having me.
Much appreciated. Well, we have today witnessed the President and top officials from the ministry inspecting Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Tell us about the preparations, and in under 20 days' time, it will be here, and this despite the delays and what may have occasioned those delays.
Well, I think, Ayub, it's important to remember the history of this competition and how many times previous regimes, including football and government, have tried to host this event, albeit unsuccessfully. So it's, I mean, it's truly a privilege to sit here today and be part of the team that will confidently say that we managed to host CHAN, and I think this shows the effort the government of Kenya has put in, the federation itself. Right from the onset, when we got into office, we were committed to collaborate very well with government so that we speak from the same page. And it's a testament really to the collaboration, to the successful collaboration that we've had. And I'm so proud that many people, actually, a lot of naysayers or pessimists thought that CHAN will not happen. In fact, there were very widely circulated reports that CHAN has left, or rather CAF has removed CHAN from East Africa. But you see, you can now clearly see that it's here with us. All said and done, government, together with the federation, together with the LOC, has done a marvelous job. The KDF, together with, of course, the contractors, have worked tirelessly around the clock to ensure that our facilities, all the stadiums, the training facilities as well, are up to international standards. And Kenya is ready, Kenya is open, and we are really looking forward to the football festivities now.
Yeah, it certainly is a big moment, Bwana Rais, but again, in spite of the challenges here and there, and the delays, of course, and we even failed to meet our own deadlines that we had set, one by Kipchumba Murkomen and the other by CS Salim Mvurya, pushing it now to August. As an insider who has been within the sports industry, what may have occasioned those delays, which can be fixed if this competition is again set to grace the Kenyan shores in the near future?
I think it's important to note that for the first time, this event is being hosted by, or co-hosted by, 3 countries. You've got Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania. It has not happened before. And as you may traditionally experience inaugural events of this caliber with a new system or new sort of formula to hosting it, would naturally present very unique challenges. But the decision to postpone was done by CAF to move it to August. There were, of course, various reasons to it. But nevertheless, Kenya showed that, and Uganda and Tanzania as well, as the Pamoja bid showed very well, showed the entire world that we were up to the task and we were ready. I think when you have such a big event coming to your region and you're doing it for the first time amongst 3 countries, naturally you will have teething issues or teething problems, and that is what we went through. But that is behind us now. All the 3 countries are ready. Yes. Within in the next 2 weeks, we are ready to go, and we are looking forward to a very exciting tournament.
Yeah, and Bwana Rais, yes, certainly it's a moment all Kenyans are looking forward to. But where is the buzz around it? If you recall how Africans were looking forward to the World Cup edition, which for the first time in history happened in South Africa, you had seen the build-up to that, the exposure of the culture. Where is the buzz around it? The advertisements, I mean, and the energy around it to pull football lovers in Kenya to the tournament and excite them ahead of what's coming from the 2nd of August. Are you doing enough in terms of the campaigns, to the PRs, what's needed to popularize it further?
If you look at the property itself, which is Chan, all the rights are controlled and owned by CAF. So it's a CAF event, it's a CAF product. And there are certain protocols and processes that we must follow before you promote, advertise, or put any communication out there. Yeah. So maybe around that we may have had some delays in getting those processes in place and the approvals in place. Nevertheless, again, like I reiterated earlier, that hosting this event amongst the three countries presented unique challenges, and those could have led to the delays in terms of rolling out the marketing and advertising campaigns. We have, of course, now fixed that, and very soon you'll be seeing a lot of communication coming out. Remember, the event is with us for another 1 month. The three countries are now aligned on all the issues, together with CAF, on all the issues that were pending that needed clarification and approvals. And I think you will see all the billboards now rolling out, the communication plans rolling out. We may not have done it earlier, but you'll see it now moving with speed.
Yeah. And before we go to the next question, which is the automatic area that we look into when you talk about people coming to the country, what we just had were drone footages of the Moi International Sports Centre as well as the Nyayo National Stadium that will be used for the addition here in Kenya. So let's talk about the logistics. Hospitality, this includes the hotels, security, before we come to the attendance and the costing. On that part as well is your coordination with the other state agencies as well as the private sector. Much higher, given the number of people that we're expecting who will be flooding the Kenyan streets for the tournament.
Absolutely. For the last 8 or so months, we've had various committees working around the clock to ensure that the country is ready. It's a multi-agency sort of initiative. We've got internal security involved. We've got Ministry of Foreign Affairs involved. We've got Ministry of we've got the Department of Immigration involved. We've got Kenya Tourism Board within the Ministry of Tourism as well involved. We have got the Federation involved. We have the Ministry of Sports, of course, taking the lead in this particular event. The teams have hit the ground running. They've been working around the clock. I can assure all our guests that Kenya is ready. We've made all the preparations at the airport. I think you may be aware by now that we've also waived visa requirements even for ETAs for the guests coming from Africa. And all this is to ensure that we have a memorable event and that the hospitality is really of international standards. So the country, once again, the country is really ready. I'm really looking forward to it. Security teams have been meeting every day. We have had several training programs for the regular police, for our stewards. It's ongoing as we speak. We have had training for the GSU unit. We have had training for volunteers as well that has kicked off. I can just assure you that all the hotels that were earmarked, and the one thing that we are blessed with in this country, actually within the hospitality sector or industry, is that we are not short of five-star hotels. We are not short of accommodation for visitors. The infrastructure will support this event flawlessly, I believe. And it's one of the biggest advantages that Kenya has actually in the region. Which
then brings us to the question of attendance, and we are talking about Moi International Sports Centre, 55,000 seater stadium. The question of attendance first, Bwana Rais, and then the costing. How much will I pay, for example, or will someone, a Kenyan football enthusiast, pay for the opening match, and is the rates going to be standard across all the matches?
So far, what has been communicated to the general public from the local organizing committee is that we'll have 3 categories of ticketing. Actually 4, but 3 is what is chargeable, which is the 200 shilling ticket, then the 500 shilling ticket for the middle terrace, and the 1,000 shilling ticket. And I think if you look at even the comments from the general public, this is really we've met the expectations in terms of pricing, and we will get, it could have been much higher, but we've gotten a good pricing point. We are just waiting to finalize with CAF so that we regularize it across the 3 countries. It may not be exactly the same, but I think the final word and communication will be done, I think, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, once we regularize with Uganda and Tanzania. So that we don't have a huge discrepancy between the 3 countries. But that is the current price range. So 200, 500 and 1,000 shillings. And then, of course, there'll be the invited guests and the dignitaries that we will be expecting from across the world who will be attending the games. And I want to take this opportunity to tell Kenyans, I'm sure we will fill all Harambee Stars games. Kenyans love football. You saw what happened with Kenya versus Gabon. I think we got twice, 3 times the number of fans we were expecting. So even for the other games, come and support the African teams. Attend these games. Let's make it memorable, not only for the national team Harambee Stars, but for the entire continent. Let's give the continent a show that they have never seen. Let us leave a mark. Let us have the best CHAN that has ever been organized before. So this is a massive opportunity for this country, and we must not waste it. So please, my request to all Kenyans who love football, attend as many games as you can during this competition.
And how can that be then translated? Because if you look at what, for example, before you ascended to office had been managing, since you have been in the football, in the sports industry, Super 8, for example, had massive attendance. I'm sure last week you witnessed what my colleague Rashid Abdallah managed to pull the crowds in his Rashid Abdallah tournament. How can this be translated, for example, in a match that will pit the Democratic Republic of Congo against Angola, where even the Harambee Stars are not in the picture? You need mobilization, is it?
No, absolutely, and it's, you see, at the end of the day, we're all Africans, and it's Nairobi has got fanatical football followers. Pick a side, between the countries that are playing, and come and support that side, and come and enjoy the flair, come and enjoy the charisma of the footballers that play for those respective teams. Come and spend time with your families. Football brings the world together. And this is an opportunity for us to converge and come together at the stadiums with your families, to socialize, to meet your friends, to enjoy a meal as you watch the game, and to be part of history. I would like this generation to say we went for CHAN, we attended all the games, and we enjoyed football. And what it will do is that it will inculcate that culture of us going to the stadium, paying for a ticket, enjoying the day with our families, and going back home saying that we were part of this football history. So I would like to urge all Kenyans, especially the ones who are able to make it to these facilities. It's only Nyayo and Nyayo Stadium and Kasarani that will be utilized in Kenya. The others are training grounds. So please, make it to the grounds, regardless of which team is playing. Fill those stadiums, enjoy the day, and hopefully what that will do for Kenyan football is that when we go back to the grassroots, we will then see that culture continuing or growing. And that is how we will develop our football. Ayub, if you look at our branches, for example, we have 48 branches, the counties across Kenya. We need to devolve football to the level or at the sub-county level. And for us to successfully do that, there has to be the aspect of commercialization of football. And it'll start with this CHAN. I believe this is the catalyst. I actually believe this is the foundation for the future of our football.
And when we get back from the break, Mr. Hussein, the question of also 2 young Kenyan football sensation, Aldrin Kibet and Amos Wanjala, who are a byproduct of, if well harnessed, then the available pool of talents can well serve the Kenyan football, which was much needed. So they'll be watching this CHAN from a point of course, expectation and dreams that they wish would come true. And then we can talk about the sports academies, Talanta Hela, and also how then that can be integrated with the education system so that you don't think about schooling, but you have one in a whole place where you can study as well as play football, which to them is now apparent. apparently a profession that they so desire. And we'll talk about AFCON as well, and the challenges, the administrative, the politics of football, and some of the issues that you had outlined before you came to the office. The hashtag on X is JKLive at Ayub Abdikadir, and we are back with the Football Kenya Federation President after the break here on the broadcast. Stay tuned.